Okay, all right, everybody. Welcome to the Edirectory Webinar Wednesday. Can everybody hear me okay? If anyone has any audio problems, feel free to pop a message in the chat there. Um, there are some instructions to be able to call in or just connect right through the Join.me platform. So if you have any issues, just let us know. We have some teammates here on hand to be able to assist with that. So all right, just wanted to say thank you, everybody, to be able to come on in and join us. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and unmute one of our presenters here. All right, let's see here. Perfect. Let me go ahead and find our presenter. One of our additional teammates is here to assist with getting us all started and off to a great start here. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure we got that all squared away. And we'll be able to go ahead here and get started. All right. So again, thank you everybody for taking part in our relaunch of Webinar Wednesdays. We used to do this some time ago, and we're really happy to be able to bring it back. So with this, we're going to go over the new page editor as part of our new series in online community and educational events here at Edirectory. So we'll go ahead and get started. You have me here, Marco Bizzari, with the community management here at Edirectory. We also have Mustafa with us today. That'll be from our support team, ready to answer any questions as they might come up with a new page editor. We've also got some special offers for everybody here today for taking part in our webinar session here. So we're going to go over those first. That way you kind of understand a little bit more about some of the takeaways you're going to get from the webinar here. Then we're going to go over the page editor together. We'll do a step-by-step review, going over some of the key functionalities of the page editor, getting to know the widget system a little bit better, creating our own widgets, and then we'll be able to take any questions with a live field Q&A session, right? So we'll be able to answer any questions from our community here, see what we can do about making sure that everyone knows how to use all the resources available to them within the newest version of Edirectory. So really excited about that. Also, we want to make sure that you connect with Edirectory. We have our Facebook presence. We have our YouTube, which is great. We've added a number of videos there recently. So we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to really grow their knowledge base with the platform. There is a learning curve with any software, and we work really hard to make sure you have as many videos as possible. Of course, if there's ever any videos that need to be edited or videos you'd like to see, please feel free to let us know. We love to create them and make sure that we can do everything we can to continually have some automation here at Edirectory. So especially with things that are going to really help you master the site, we want to make sure we have these opportunities here. And so as we continue with the webinar series, we'll be opening up more opportunities for community discussions, how we can get better with the platform and incorporate all of the feedback we get from our clients all over the world to make the best directory product on the market. So bear with us, please, as we bring back Webinar Wednesdays. We want to do our first few with Join.me. That way we can kind of get a few under our belt, and then we'll be adding Webinar Jam or GoToMeeting for a much more comprehensive, robust experience. So thank you in advance for that. So again, connect with us on social media. Great way to get updates, special offers, first in line for upgrades, especially if you have one of our premium support plans or onboarding plans. Great way to take advantage, be in the know, and take advantage of all the things that we're doing here at Edirectory to not only get clients the best product possible, but at the best price possible as well. All right, so we've got a few extra participants trickling in here, so thank you so much for taking the time to participate in our first of many webinar series. So we're really happy about this. So again, connect with us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. We take all honest feedback very seriously. And we really are going the extra mile now with some recent investments in support with our systems, the infrastructure of the platform with the new page editor. as well as being able to receive feedback and put it into play much more quickly now at Edirectory. So that's really our goal, and has been our goal for 2017. So really looking forward to any feedback you have for us here. All right, and to kick off our first webinar, we have some special offers for all of our participants today. So we want to make sure that we make sure that everybody has the best price possible here at Edirectory. And so we have some special offers not only for new clients looking to learn a little bit more about the platform and get started with their online directory goals. We also have some special offers for our active customers today. These will be live until the end of the month, so plenty of time to either get with your account executive, go over any final questions you have before launching your site, and taking advantage of one of these offers here for new clients. We have the cloud license at a one-time payment of just $897. We have the source license at $1297, which is a $700 savings, so a great opportunity to take advantage there. And 33% off any of our subscriptions you decide to go with, whether that's a monthly or an annual, basic, professional, or enterprise. A great opportunity to take advantage there and get online, save a few dollars there. So for our active customers that are joining us today, we also have a very special offer, 50% off on the onboarding plans. So if you haven't seen those yet, you'll receive a link to where those are found on the website. You can find it under the support tab in the main menu navigation. And the onboarding plans are great for new clients as well as active customers looking for a fresh kickstart to their existing plan. And those onboarding plans will get you premium support, the dedicated attention of somebody to have private training sessions with you, go over your directory launch plan and marketing guide, and get all the essentials set up for you based on what's in the launch plan. So really a fast track opportunity to get up and running quickly, and again, available for both new clients and active customers. Okay, let me see here. Looks like we got a message about being able to hear. So if you're having any issues with audio, you can either with a microphone or a headset, you can connect right through join.me and go through the audio within join.me, or you can call in to one of the numbers provided. You should have received an email with the access code there to be able to call in from all over the world. So plenty of phone numbers all over to be able to get in and join and take part in the audio here. So if you have any issues, just please feel free to pop a message here in the chat and we'll be able to go and address those together. All right, so we have some special offers. Take advantage. Again, thank you for your time and to make sure that you have every opportunity to succeed here at Edirectory, whether it's saving some money or growing your knowledge base so you can more quickly master the platform and take advantage of all of the features and functionalities you see in there. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mustafa. All right, and so before we get started here, I just kind of want to go over some recent upgrades in design of the Edirectory platform. We are going to cover in depth today the widget-based front-end page editor, but you'll also see some additional enhancements in the platform we've done recently, including color palettes for the default themes have now been updated. You have the default background image and logo, so a better experience there, as well as the footer navigation links have also been updated. So at Edirectory, we've made a real effort to really push forward the design enhancement of the platform. And with the new widget-based front-end page editor, you're going to have more options to be able to bring that look and feel that works best for your specific community directly onto your site, publish it live, make changes on the fly, get valuable feedback from your clients, even create your own widgets as well. So this is a great opportunity to really take advantage of everything that's there to make sure you have the site that works best for you. We all know that eye appeal is half the meal, right? So, with regard to us being all visual creatures, this is the first of many upgrades that are going to be focused on the design of the product. And so that's why we wanted our first webinar to be about the widget-based front-end page editor, because it's a completely new infrastructure here at Edirectory. And so it allows you to have more creative control, to be able to move elements around on the page. And with that modular structure, you have a lot more freedom to unleash your creativity, right? So if you've seen some of those emails, you'll see a consistent theme there. But yes, we're really happy about it. And so we'll take this opportunity to go ahead and move forward with the new front-end widget-based page editor here. So, before we go and get started, I just wanted to go over a couple items. I want to make sure that you know you have these resources available to you, some tips and tricks with the new page editor. So the knowledge base has really helpful articles about it. And again, the knowledge base is something we update regularly. So if you have anything else that you need, or you're not seeing the information you need, or if anything can be improved upon there in the knowledge base, please let us know. That feedback is incredibly valuable to us. We take it very seriously again, so we want to make sure you have everything you need there. So make sure you dive in headfirst to the knowledge base. You'll have some great resources there for you as well. Our Edirectory YouTube channel has been getting a lot of TLC lately, so you'll see some great videos there to help. We have the page editor video as well as the video about the new release to get some more information about everything available in the newest release of the Edirectory platform. I definitely want to recommend you create your own widget and publish. If that sounds a little bit foreign right now, that's fine. We'll get into that here, but it's one of the best ways to learn, just to kind of get in there. It's that sort of tacit knowledge you don't forget, right? Because you're kind of experiencing it on your own. So once we get into it after the call, I want to make sure that you're able to do those things and go in and add your own widgets. So play around with it, get familiar. Trial and error is it's not one of the prettiest ways to learn, but thankfully the system is a lot more organized now that you can do that quickly and easily. So just want to make sure, no fear, go in there, get used to it, publish, view the page, see how it looks, move things around. We know you're going to love it. And of course, you ever really get stuck with anything, you can always schedule a training session. At Edirectory, we provide training sessions to all new clients, 30 minutes of private one-on-one time that you're going to get with one of our directory coaches like Mustafa, who we have on the chat today or on the screen share. So he's always available to answer any questions in those training sessions. If you're all out of training sessions, they can be purchased individually or in package bundles. Just make sure to get with your account executive. He'll be more than happy to explain that to you and help you get it all set up. So you can schedule those training sessions quickly and easily to get that one-on-one attention you deserve. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started here. I'm on demodirectory.com, so I'm sure many of you have seen this. It is our public demo site, so you'll see some things that might not be completely enabled just for security reasons, and there's dozens of people on it at any time. But in getting started, we want to make sure that, as far as the design and customization of your site, there are so many pages that you can define and edit. And, a best practice that we always recommend here at Edirectory is to get your site up and running with the essentials and get started right away on building your community, right? Sales, marketing, social media, creating content that your viewers are going to love to better get to know you and your service. So although we do stress, design is obviously very important for all of us, we can all easily spend months and months trying to create the most beautiful, perfectly designed site. But at the end of the day, the most important thing to keep in mind is that your website is live and it's constantly evolving, right? So rather than getting stuck in the minutia and the details and the design and things like that, we also want to make sure that you carry with you a certain amount of balance with design and growth, right? So knowing that your design will evolve, will change, you'll get feedback, you'll make those improvements, just something to keep in mind, right? So make sure that you don't get too hung up on the minutia and focus more on getting people into your community, right? Because you do have the two different key players. You have the members that list on your site, as well as the users that visit the site to take advantage of all of the resources that are there, the online community, the content, right? So just my 2 cents there on that, right? But of course, with the newest platform, you have every opportunity to bring that unique vision to life with the widget-based page editor. And of course, one of the reasons clients really love Edirectory is that we're here to grow with your site, as your needs change, right? So that's why we have an in-house custom development team. We're always happy to set aside some time for you to speak with your account executive. get a scope of work going so that we can build for you exactly what you need to have the site that works best for you. So just some things to keep in mind. I want to make sure you're all aware of all of the resources you have available to you at Edirectory. So for those solopreneurs or clients with agencies or working in big organizations, you're never alone here at Edirectory. So all you ever have to do is raise your hand and let us know how we can help, and we'll be more than happy to get in there and see what we can do to make sure you have everything that you need. So in getting started with the page editor, again, we have predefined pages here, about over 30 pages that are predefined for you to be able to edit for your branding needs. So, some clients like to dive right in and edit them all to make sure that it's exactly the way it looks. But don't feel overwhelmed with that. It's something you can do one page a day or in a way that works best for you while staying focused on growth and community and content. So with that said, we'll just go ahead and we'll get started with one of probably the most popular pages, which will be the home page. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that and make some edits here. Now, you do have a lot more options along the left. For now, we'll stick with the page builder, and we'll get into some of those more, into a little bit more detail here. So, of course, for the more advanced users, and edirectory.com has always been focused on SEO. We understand the value of it. And for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, you have the opportunity to define page level SEO, which is great because it does give you the opportunity to make sure that the search engines find what they're looking for user experience, and to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed, taking into consideration all of the tips and tricks and things that you can do to make your site rank as best as possible with the SEO. So you'll find that on almost all of the pages with the page builder. And if you have some help with that or you're a little bit more advanced, you have that opportunity as well. So we'll go ahead and collapse that for now. Now, with the widget-based system, again, you have the opportunity to move elements around on the page, edit them to your liking, add new widgets, and essentially make sure you have that part of the site that really does go to bat for you. Let me figure out how to get rid of this thing here. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Took me a second. Software is obviously much smarter than we humans, right? So, all right. So we have basically whenever you go into any one of these pages, there will be some default widgets there for your convenience. Some may or may not apply, but hey, you know what? You have the full power and control to either remove any widgets that you don't want to appear there, edit them, or replace them with another widget that'll work better for you. So, for example, with the header widget, this is where we'll have the opportunity to define things like our favicon, add the logo for the page, and your main menu navigation. One of the elements that I think is obviously the most valuable is the login bar labels, right? So an opportunity to kind of either put your own spin on these very common words, leave them as is, or come back to them later if you feel that would be a better way to make sure you have what you need there. Let's see. We have a question here. What's a call-in number? I lost sound via the computer. Okay, great. Well, let me just go ahead and see if I can pull one of those up for us here. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and get that for you, Wayne. Oh, well, we'll just go ahead and move along here. I'm going to see if Emerson can go ahead and add that for you in the chat there. Emerson or Mustafa, if you could provide Mr. Wayne a call-in number for the United States, should most likely work. Or you can just go ahead and resend the login email to Mr. Wayne there. So thank you, Wayne, for letting us know. I appreciate you raising your hand there. All right. Thank you, Daniel. Excellent. So now we have the opportunity to edit our main menu navigation, right? So you can change, the labels here for home, headquarters, whatever that'll work best for you. Listings, these could be your businesses or your interior designers or whatever the specific focus of your directory is. You have the opportunity to make those labels unique, even move them around as needed. So great way to really have a flow that works best for your site. It's not required that you have all of those there, but you do have the opportunity to bring forward the ones that work best for you, essentially. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Just want to make sure we're all sorted out here. So then you also have the opportunity to edit a few of these as far as where they link to and what their name is. So you can either do some workarounds if you want to be able to showcase maybe your blogs, different things, how they appear on your website, right? So with the header, you have a great opportunity to really have that homepage navigation that works best for your specific site there. Now, with that homepage, we've got the header sorted out. Obviously, one of the more common would be the search box with the slider. And this is going to allow your clients to be able to, find what they're looking for. Make sure that they have the right images there on your slider, right? So it's a great piece of eye candy that you can really well define here for your clients. Because we all know that having the right look and feel of the site is almost as important as the right content for that first 30 seconds, right? So with this new system, we're so happy with it. You can add those images right here on the fly, edit them, change them, mix them up. To really have that sort of dynamic feel, right? So if there are seasonal opportunities in your business, you can throw in a Father's Day image, right? You can throw in a Valentine's Day image, all kinds of things to really have that sort of presence that's going to work best for your clients here. So definitely want to make sure, there's so much here that you can do with your site that, we really want to stress going in there, playing around with it, moving things around. You can even create your own widgets. So just be mindful of that and take every opportunity to really learn how that's going to work for you. So again, we have some more options here just to edit some labels. And again, when you change some of these master widgets, you can apply these changes to all pages using this widget. So that could work well for you in some instances. In others, you might want to have a display or environment that's kind of unique to that specific page. But for those of you that have been following Edirectory for a long time, I think you can share in our excitement with really how powerful this addition is to the platform. And the good news is that it's only going to get better from here. So, and with that said, we're going to have, with this new infrastructure, it's going to be much easier to add mods to your site and do custom development as well. So we are just so thrilled with this. And, based on the feedback from today's webinar, we can redo this presentation. We can make it better. So please be sure to share any feedback in the follow-up emails from the webinar. We take it all. We take it all in and we put into practice what we think will be easy to adopt for everybody. And again, it's part of our community development here at Edirectory. So, we're going to be going through this with every webinar each week based on different topics as well. All right, so again, we have the widget system, a great way to really be able to move things around, have that presence that works best for you. A lot of clients really like to be able to mix things up, right? Keep things new. Got some more people trickling in here. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome for those of you joining us recently. We're going over the page editor right now in the back end, the new widget system, how it's modular, and how it allows you to really have more design control over your site here, right? So again, we want to make sure that you have the best experience here at Edirectory. You have the site that works best for you. You can share the things that mean the most to your specific clients, right? So when you're just getting started with your site, keep in mind, you may not see any of these things, although the widget will be displayed here because there won't be any content within the deals engine, for example. So in order to actually see these things on your website, you would actually need to create some listings, create some deals, listing types, things like that. So you can actually see it live and in effect, get a better idea of how those things all work for you and your clients, the users of your site, as well as the members. So I highly recommend going through the Getting Started series. Again, if you haven't recently, I know sometimes we can, get distracted with operations and things like that, but the new Getting Started series has been ordered in a way that will suit the best practices in getting your site set up. So you want to do what's first and then do what's next. It's going to ensure you have a smooth launch. And especially if you're an existing client that recently did an upgrade, again, highly recommend you watch the videos. They're very short and sweet. Most of them are under 4 to 5 minutes. And of course, we're always ready to field some questions about that. You have your training sessions as well. All right, so uh, one of my favorite parts about the new widget-based system is really its applications with banners. So you're going to be able to see that your banner ads are going to be able to get a lot more placement and a lot more locations, which is a great revenue generating tool for your site, right? So especially when you're a new client focusing on getting your first 25 members, use the banner ads as opportunities to either create promotions, sweeten some deals for people to upgrade. Take that opportunity to even add a couple of banner ads for clients, see how you can get them in rotation, and basically work out a way that you can actually display those in an area that works best for you without kind of clouding the presence of your homepage with too many banner ads, right? So you want to work in moderation there as well. But you do have that opportunity now to be able to actually move and rearrange how those things will lay out on your site. Now, one of the greatest parts about this system is that not only are there widgets predefined for you, and we're working on the next batch of widgets we're going to be releasing for the next upgrade cycle, which is probably a month or two out, but you may be able to see a couple of those introduced as mods. We're also taking some great ideas from our community right now about additional widgets to add, so we're really happy about that. So you'll see a lot more of this coming in the very near future too. Now, for those of you that wanted to be able to, let's say, add your own widget, again, we have widgets that are predefined here for you. So again, if you see this red font here, it just means that there already exists this header widget. So, you don't want to have two header widgets. Quantity, the more the merrier doesn't really work in that particular example there, right? So we have common widgets you can choose from, even a custom content widget, right? So that really gives you a great opportunity to be able to put either a snippet of code from somewhere else, which might be, let's say, a weather widget or some other type of informational widget that will add some value to your community because it might serve a purpose, right? So if you're doing a travel or vacations directory, right, with sweet deals and timeshares and things like that, the weather widget might work. But again, just an example, you have a lot of other things that you can add to really make sure that the site works best for your specific online community there. So again, want to stress, get in there, have some fun with it, see what you can do as far as all the different options you have available to you. The best of listings people really like, so that gives you an opportunity to really showcase some of the best of within your directory. Maybe that's part of an enhanced plan, a premium or diamond plan, for example. And then you also have the widgets for some of the key features of the platform, like events, articles, deals, blogs, and classifieds. Now, with classifieds, I want to make sure we understand classifieds can be used for a wide range of items, right? So it can be properties, automobiles, businesses for sale, personal products, business equipment, really all kinds of things that can go into the classifieds engine. You really have a great opportunity to showcase there. So we want to make sure that you don't limit yourself to thinking that, hey, this classifieds can only be for classifieds people wanting to sell a lawn chair, right? So especially if you take part in one of our onboarding plans, this is where your directory coach will really show you how to make the site work for you based on your specific goals, your specific online community, your technical knowledge, right? So, for example, a lot of our clients with real estate directories, they like to use the events plugin as open houses, right? So again, by being able to change the names of these on your main menu, like we mentioned with the navigation, you can actually repurpose a lot of these to suit your specific needs, right? So special deals, those could be curated offers, right, where only a select few of your members can add those because you don't want it to be littered with offers that either don't make sense or are out of the target market area of your directory, things like that. So a great way to really exert a sense of quality control while getting creative with how you use a lot of the things you have at your disposal. So just wanted to touch on that too. And again, for clients getting started, you don't have to build everything under the sun just yet. You can start with the features or modules or whatever you want to call it, as far as the events, articles, deals. Some people call them modules, some people call them features. You can use the ones that serve the greatest purpose first and then introduce the others as you go along, right? It creates more opportunities for dialogue, announcements, social media, things like that. So just some good tips and tricks there with how you use the resources available to you. And keep in mind, you can get creative. We love workarounds. We find that we can do a lot of custom development for clients without having to go the full custom development route. Just by getting to know your needs and seeing how we can actually bring those forward while saving you time and money as well. These are some other tips and tricks we're going to be introducing into the webinar series. So we definitely want to make sure that, if any one of these topics work well for you, or you have other topics you'd like to recommend, it's an open community. We're all here to learn together. All right, so we'll take a look at a couple of other of these that I wanted to make sure we touch on today too. So for example, the 3 featured classifieds here. Let's see, where did I add that? It looks like I'm going to be adding that below the footer, which probably wouldn't be the best place to put it. So with the 3 featured classifieds, it's a great opportunity to really have a rotation of some of the key items in your directory, right? So when you create your membership levels, you'll be able to assign which one of those are featured, right? Which one of those can add featured classifieds to this carousel. So that's a good one clients really like. And again, we're going to be expanding upon each of these sections in subsequent updates. So any feedback, always greatly appreciated. And remember, you have so many options here. There is a learning curve. You will pick it up and get used to it, and we will be launching more videos about it in the very near future here. So that's just one of the other key elements I wanted to cover here. So, as you're adding widgets, as you're reorganizing them, as you're deleting ones that may not work best for that specific page, you can go ahead and save your changes, take a look. Now, we probably won't see anything here because, let's see, I believe this is an empty site, so I don't want to get your hopes up. But, yeah, so you have that opportunity to really to test things out, see how it works. You can reset to default if you just get carried away with adding too many things on the page here. So the actual system that allows you to build these pages really is designed to go to work for you. So we'll go ahead and we'll back out of the homepage builder, and we'll take a look at some of the other pages that I think clients are really going to want to take advantage of. So let's go ahead and let's navigate over to the, here we go, the deal home. So, deals obviously are a great opportunity for a lot of clients to help their business members, their members listing on their site to get a return, right? Because they're essentially there to either sell something, a product, a service. So with the deals engine, you always want to make sure that you understand that the categories for the deals are identical to the categories for the listing members. And that's to make sure that the deals are easily searchable, better linked to clients within those industries, categories, or subcategories. So with the deals engine, you have a lot of opportunities to personalize, right? You can have your own vanity URLs there. And make sure that people are able to really find what they're looking for. So, you have the 4 new deals, right? So you have opportunities to showcase some of the newest deals on the site, some banner ads, browse by location. So again, this being part of the enhanced footer that was part of the recent upgrade really gives you that opportunity to showcase what's important and to help people find what they're looking for as quickly as possible. Now, keep in mind, as we go through the page builder, the widgets, the editor, we also do have other themes here at Edirectory too. And these themes are great because they have a sort of prearranged display of widgets that happen to suit those particular industries. Now, you don't have to be a part of one of these industries to use one of these themes. You just might like the way that it all is laid out and works for you. So you can switch amongst these as needed. Go in and change how the widgets are laid out there. Essentially, you're free to do that now with the platform. And again, it's only going to get much better. So while you have the page editor, I wanted to make sure that you stay in touch with some of the other features that actually complement the page editor too, because you'll see that being able to make small changes in a lot of different areas can enhance what you have already going for you. So, you're going to learn as you grow. You're going to be able to make changes on the fly, and then, of course, for some of the more advanced, users of our platform, we also have the CSS editor as well. But let's stay focused on what we're here to cover today, which would be the page editor, right? So, again, so many different pages you can edit. And I think one of the most powerful elements about this is being able to just add a new page altogether with the page editor, right? So this is great for landing pages, promotions, search engine marketing, being able to create funnels and make sure that people have an experience that works best for them so that they can get all the information they need, browse your community, connect with listing owners that share the content that really speaks to them, being able to get to know them through their showcase, their listing, their videos, their articles, their events and deals, right? So with the new page builder, you have an opportunity to create your own pages. These can be informational pages, about us pages, all kinds of different applications can go into this. So definitely want to make sure that, as you go through the platform, you have those training sessions available to you. Take notes, jot down all your questions, anything that you're having some trouble with. That way, when you schedule that training session or you have that onboarding coach at your disposal, you have an opportunity to make the best use of that time by being able to cover things that are sticky points for you, right? So with that said, the page editor does allow you to take control of the design of your site, right? With either custom content or how you want existing features within the platform to be laid out for your community. Oops, let's see here. Sorry about that. So we'll go over just a couple of more of these key pages that I think will be really important for your site. And then what we'll do is we'll open it up for some questions via the chat. And then we'll go ahead and send a follow-up email to everybody here on the webinar, along with a recording so you can check it out on your own time and be able to share in some of the feedbacks that we can get a lot better at what we're doing here, because that's always our goal. We know that nothing will ever be perfect. We're not here to chase perfection. We're here to have a site that gets up and running as quickly as possible, does a lot of our day-to-day operations, so we can focus on what's most important, right? The paying members on our site, growing the online community, and making sure that we have all the essentials in place, right? So another one that I think is going to be really valuable here is the Advertise with Us page, right? Because you want to be able to really sell people on why they want to advertise on your site. So I think this is a really great opportunity to really be able to showcase yourself, your community, what kind of value clients are going to get for signing up, and being able to just showcase exactly what's going to provide that value, right? Your value proposition to your clients. And the users will also see that as well. They'll see that people take advantage of listing and being a part of the community, right? Let's see here. We'll go over just a couple more and then we'll open it up. Okay, so FAQ, there we go. So I think this is also a really important page too, especially when getting started, because people are going to have questions, right? And we understand the value of an FAQ because those are essentially things that are going to be top of mind for anybody and everybody visiting your site on a first glance basis, rather, sorry. So the FAQs is a great opportunity to kind of preemptively answer questions people are going to have about your directory, what they can expect. And so there are some key pages here you definitely want to make sure you take advantage of with the new page builder. Now, again, the goal is not perfection. You want to make sure you have what works that's up, and then take feedback as it comes in and add that feedback into your site as needed, right? So based on the demands of the people most important to you, which are the people that are paying you to list on your site. So their feedback should be above all most important feedback that you get with your site. So with this new page editor, we're so happy about it because you can actually take feedback live and put it into practice if it has to do with the orientation of things on your page, or how the site overall look and feel, right? Okay, looks like we got our first question here. I noticed the other day that I couldn't edit the default background image in the search widgets except for the one that has a slider. Am I missing something, or is that feature not available or broken? Okay, very good question here. The default background image in the search widgets. Okay, so from what I understand, with that particular functionality, it may be something that we need to assist with just while we get that default background image incorporated into the widget-based system. So thank you for bringing that up, Charles. Really appreciate that. And Mustafa is going to follow up with you directly, and we're actually going to include the answer to that question in our follow-up. So you're actually dead on. It looks like that we have that task in the queue for custom development. I'm sorry, not custom development, for our infra team to be able to edit. So we are working on that. Thank you for bringing that up. And we will make sure to be able to get that information over to you. There is a workaround that we do, so we'll be able to share that with everybody after the meeting here. So thank you very much. We love questions like that are focused on the page editor experiences that clients are having, because that gives us exactly what we need to do to put the hammer to nails, right, in a sort of construction way of saying it, and make sure you have what works best for you. Thanks again, Charles. Really appreciate that. If anybody else has any questions about the page editor, I'm going to go ahead and open it up there for us. Excuse me. And then we can go ahead and take those questions on a one-by-one basis. We do have about 15 minutes left for the webinar presentation. So again, you'll be receiving some helpful items after the webinar. We're going to be sending out a recording, answers to the questions that have been posed, as well as those special offers you can take advantage of before the end of the month. So I definitely want to make sure you have that opportunity. For participants in this webinar, I will actually be your onboarding coach too. So if you take advantage of any of those onboarding plans, I want to make sure that you have the best service possible here. So I will be your onboarding coach for any of those plans you want to take advantage of. Again, 50% off. Great for new clients and active customers as well, looking for a kickstart or a fresh launch or whatever might be the best application for your specific community. We'll get your site all set up, and we'll also have one-on-one training sessions for moving forward, tips and tricks to success, things like that. All right, so I'll cover another page while we wait for some more questions to come in. And let's see here. We have, what's another really good one that I think we're all going to really enjoy here today? So I want to go ahead and say that the, let's see, the event view all categories. This one I think is a good one too. So, you know, events, I think, are a really great way for an online community to be able to keep not only the members active, but the users as well, right? And again, events can be all kinds of things. So I really want to encourage people to get creative with how they see these things in the platform and how they can be used for your specific online community. Again, keep in mind, we launch online directories for any industry or purpose all over the world. So a directory is really just an organization of information, right? Either by location, category, search relevance, keyword density, things like that, right? So with that said, our platform powers these online communities, allows members to contribute great content, and most importantly for you as the directory owner to be able to have that 360 view to keep a pulse on your community, you know, take that feedback as it comes in, make those changes, and of course, as your needs grow, as your community grows, that's where eDirectory is in your corner to make sure you have everything you need to keep up and stay parallel, as well as ahead of the curve. Okay, looks like we got another question here from Wayne. Thank you so much, Wayne. Does the system have a feature that allows us to keep site visitors out unless they are a member? So Wayne, great question, and this is actually going into our next upgrade. We are so excited about it. It's the members only feature. So it's not currently available in the system as we have it today, but it is about top 3 of our upgrades to the platform you will see in the next upgrade. So that will allow you to do exactly what you're looking for here, which is to have a members only functionality of your site, meaning unless they are a member of your community, they will not be able to enter and take advantage of all those particular features and things that are there for that specific community, Wayne. So to anybody looking to add a members only functionality, we're going to go ahead and send you a special offer as well, because that is already in development and will be part of the next upgrade release. Whether it will be as a mod or part of the actual software, I'm not 100% sure. But for anybody in this webinar today only, if you'd like to take advantage of a members only functionality, we will be able to add that to your site on a fast track basis at a very special discounted rate. So Wayne, thank you very much. And Mr. Emerson, if you could just take a note for that as well, to be able to include that. We want to do a very special offer for that members only functionality, because it is in very high demand and we are hard at work in adding it. So anyone that would like to add that to their site, we're going to do a real special deal so that we can work out a sort of beta program with you, right? Obviously making sure you have everything you need, but you're going to get put in a special queue there for us. All right, we have a new question from Carl. Excellent. Are categories integrated across the various engines, listing, deals, events, etc.? Okay, great question, Carl, and a very important question here too. So I appreciate that, because I can see how people might have the same question. And so to answer that, we want to make sure that clients understand that with the platform as it's built today, a lot of these features can be sold separately, independently, right? So with the events features, you have a completely independent set of categories for the events, because you can have different event types that are not necessarily categorized in the same way as the listing owners. So the only categories that are integrated across various engines are the listing and deals. So the listing categories and the deals categories are married by default. And so when the categories are uploaded for listings, they apply to the deals. And that's hard coded, right? To make sure that deals really apply to the businesses and the business industries that they're being served for. But now things for like events and articles and classifieds, you have an amazing opportunity to define unique category sets and sub-level category sets for all of those. So I think what we'll do too, Mr. Emerson, if you can also make a note, let's go ahead and send to everybody the Edirectory launch plan and marketing guide. These are some new resources we recently put together to really help clients map out how they're going to launch their site, right? So this can be used either before getting started, so you really know exactly how to hit the ground running, or even for clients looking to get a little bit more organized by using these visual aids like the directory launch plan, where you can see everything visually, right? Kind of mapped out for you, which makes setting your site up really easy, because now you know exactly what you're going to do in each key area. And there's some helpful videos on that launch plan as well. The marketing guide is also really cool too, because it does have a lot of tips and tricks on achieving success as quickly as possible for new sites, getting your 25 first paying members, but also some great strategies for existing sites. So we think you'll find some gems there as well that you might be able to apply to your specific online community there. So we'll send that around as well as a follow-up to the webinar here, as well as the special offers and pricing to some of these key features that we have, as well as premium services. All right, looks like we have another question from Wayne here. Thank you so much, Wayne. Love the participation. Is the pricing for one directory, or do we have the ability to add additional sites, multiple clients? Great question. So the pricing is always for one directory. And the benefit there is that you have either one license or one subscription tied to that specific domain name, right? So for ranking that domain name and getting the best value out of that, it would be pricing for one directory. Now, we do have the add-on site technology, which is really something special, because it means you can manage multiple sites from the same dashboard. So a lot of the developers that we work with that launch directories for a lot of their clients, they love it because they can essentially manage multiple client sites directly from the same dashboard. I guess the only question there is if you really want a specific directory to really be its own entity, you have the opportunity to have separate licenses for all of your separate sites. So it really just depends on what your specific strategy is, whether you're launching sites for clients or these are all your own sites. But your account executive is probably the best one to really get to know your needs on that and advise on the best course of action with setting that all up. Okay, perfect. So is there a central repository for uploading images to reuse over the various engines? Carl, that's a great question. Man, we have some great questions here today, really making us earn our salt, so I love it. So is there a central repository for uploading images? Not at this time. We do have an SFTP where you can have those images there in your FTP, but I'm just not sure how that's accessed exactly with being able to share them across your different engines. So Carl, I'm going to have to get back to you on a more specific answer on that one. Because I know we do have something in the works on that, and I just don't know how it's changed since the last upgrade, and I want to make sure I give you the most accurate information possible. So we're going to go ahead and address that question in a follow-up with some more accurate information, or the most accurate information possible there. And that way everybody will be able to take part in the response and make sure we all have that information spread out. Okay, so let me just go ahead, and I'm just going to double check on our steps here. Okay, looks like we're doing great. So do we have any other questions for today about the page editor? Anything you'd like for us to cover on this particular webinar? All right, so silence gives consent, as we all know. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just cover up some of the last items here of the webinar. Again, I want to say thank you so much to everybody that has participated in our first webinar Wednesday after bringing it back. So bear with us. Thanks again for your patience. We will be getting better at this. We will be making some more investments into a better webinar platform. That way we can do a little bit more live discussions, some poll surveys, and some very special offers that'll be distributed via discount code too. So again, I want to say thanks to everybody for taking part in this. We're thrilled to be able to do this. We'll have our next webinar next week, and every week thereafter until further notice. We'll be switching up topics. We'll be doing some community forum and discussions, and we're going to have more teammates from Edirectory in on the call, able to chat and talk and field questions. So again, just want to say thank you so much. Our only goal here at Edirectory is to constantly learn, constantly get better, and grow at what we're doing. So you will receive an email with some follow-ups to what was discussed here today, some helpful tips and tricks and special offers. Next steps, if you're looking to launch your online enterprise, especially with one of the offers given today before the end of the month is when it expires, go ahead and fill out a request a demo form at edirectory.com to get matched up with your assigned account executive. You can call us directly at the 800 number, or just send an email to sales@edirectory.com, and we'll be more than happy to set aside a private screen share with your account executive to answer all your questions and make sure that we'll be the best solution for your project before getting started at Edirectory. What can you expect next? You can expect some more webinars. You can expect your feedback to be taken and placed into the queue so that we can get better at what we do, especially feedback for product improvements and enhancements, as well as information on how to get the most success out of your site. We're going to include the 10 successful tips. We're going to also be including in the follow-up email one of our most popular blog posts, which is 10 successful tips to generating a successful revenue-generating website. That'll also be the topic of our webinar June 17th, I believe. So make sure you take advantage, register for any of these. Whichever one works best for you, we're more than happy to have you participate. We love all of the questions that we're getting, and we just plan to make this a much stronger experience moving forward here. So again, thank you everybody for participating. This was Webinar Wednesday on the new page editor, and we look forward to seeing what you build here with Edirectory. Thanks so much, everybody, and have a great day out there.